Hi, today we're talking about how to convert Notion form into PDF files. As you can see, I have got a daycare contact form. So, whenever a user will fill in the entire form from start till the end and they click on submit, the responses come to the daycare contract form in this responses side of the database. I've already gone ahead and have created three dummy submissions from the particular form. And now I'm looking to create an automation system which can create PDF files once the responses get captured in the database. For this, I'll be using a tool known as PDFOutput, which will help me create PDF files on automation with the help of a Google document and a Notion database. You can use this tool to create any document such as reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, or even quotations which you require in your business on a day to day basis. Let's quickly sign in and understand how this entire automation will work. So I'm going to quickly sign in and then we will see the rest of the steps for the automation. So as you can see, I'm already signed in. And the first thing which I need to do is I need to add a Notion database, which I'll be using for the automation. After that, I need to connect the database with a Google document. So this will be a template file, which will be used to create the PDF. And at the bottom, you will be able to see all the properties of the database which you will connect that you can copy onto the document one by one to create the PDFs on automation. So let me click on add Notion database and I simply need to add this particular database which we have. So let me copy the database title from here and we will be adding this database in the selection screen. Click on select pages and enter the database title inside the search pages and you will be able to see the particular form. So let me click on this and it has been selected. Whenever you are adding any particular database, let's say form or a normal database, always enter the database title inside the search pages to search for the database and then add it. Do not select the database from the top level pages, as sometimes the databases added do not appear correctly and your experience will also not be smooth. So always and always copy the database title, put it inside the search pages and then add it. Alongside this, if your database contains any relation properties, let's say the daycare contract form is connected with database A and database B through relation properties, you also need to add database A and database B over here alongside the daycare contract form. So you need to add the main database as well as you need to add all the connected databases used in relation to be able to generate PDF with relation and roller properties. If you do not do this, then the relation and roller properties will not appear in the PDF file and you will not be able to generate the PDF completely. Let's click on allow access. And now I will get access to the daycare contract form, which I can use for the remaining steps in the automation. If your database is not showing up below here, simply reload the database once or twice. Sometimes it takes a while to load the database. Have patience and just try reloading it once or twice, and you will be able to see the database appear over here. I've also tried to refresh the page. So let me see once I'm refreshing if the database is appearing. It seems it is not yet there. So let me reload it once again. And now you can see the daycare contract form is over here. Let me click on this. And once I click on this, you will be able to see all the properties of the particular form appear over here. So every property that we have in the database is already visible over here, one below the other, which I can use in the automation steps. Okay. So what I'll be doing right now is I will be adding a Google document, which I'll be using as my template file. So let me click on add Google document. And you have two options. If you already have any existing document on your drive, let's say you have a daycare contract document on your drive, click on select existing document and you can select any document which you want to edit live from this selection window. I don't have it, so I'm going to add a demo document over here, which I'll be using for the automation steps. So I've just added a demo document and a new document has been added up over here. But the beautiful thing that you can see over here is all the properties of the Notion database are already used over here and they have been mapped to the corresponding fields. So anything that you see inside double curly brackets over here are automatically mapped with the values from the database that we see over here. Okay. So what we'll be expecting is whenever we will be creating this PDF file, the files will automatically be generated with all these placeholders correctly mapped to the database. Okay. So like the child and parent information will be replaced with the child and parent information column that we have over here. And similarly for all the fields. If you're looking to map any properties live onto the document, let's say you want to add the received by field onto the document. So you can click on copy. It will copy the particular field. You can go to the document and paste it. So use Control V or Command V on your keyboard. That will allow to paste the particular property onto the document. So you can simply copy and paste all the properties onto the document live wherever you need it, and it will be tagged onto the document live. Okay, and then it can be generated with those mappings intact. I don't need to do that as everything is already done with all the fields intact. Next thing is I can define the PDF file name. So I want to select a particular column through which the file name will be generated. So I want to go with received by field. So rather not received by field, let's choose a different one. Maybe we can go with child and parent guardian information. So I want to generate a PDF file as per this. These are dummy submissions. So let's select the child and parent guardian information, and my files will be created as per this particular column. Another thing is, if you see the database on the right side, you have this generate PDF and PDF file. Let me remove these properties which we do not need. So anything which is set to ready to generate, the PDF file will be created for those specific records, and it will be stored right inside this PDF file column. It will also be downloaded onto downloads folder, as well as the files will be stored right inside this PDF file column for a use case. So make sure to mark the records as ready to generate whatever you want to create as PDF file. So everything is all set up. Let's click on download PDF, and now the files will be created and stored inside this PDF file column. It will also be downloaded onto the downloads folder. So you can see the file is already downloaded to the downloads folder, as well as it will be stored right over here. So we can click to view the particular file, and we can see all the properties have been correctly mapped. So you can see everything has been mapped from the database as it was required, and it has been properly replaced. Let's wait for the second record. This has also been created, and the file has also been generated. And if you see the file, this has also been mapped properly. So we have both the documents where all the fields that was part of the document have been mapped with the properties of the database. Similarly, the last file is also out, and this has also been completed, and this has also been created correctly. Okay, so this is how PDF output helps you create documents quickly by generating the files, mapping the properties correctly. Now, once everything is all set up, you can click on set up Notion automation, and this will allow to automate the process forever. This means whenever a user will click on submit henceforth and a new record is added, you simply need to mark it as ready to generate, and the file will be created right over here. You do not need to do any manual setup in the PDF output dashboard as we just did, as everything happens automated and live inside this database. So you do not need to juggle between PDF output and the database to create PDF. Everything happens live inside the dashboard, and you can take advantage of this Notion automation button, which can help you create PDFs directly inside the database. So this makes it really easy and convenient to generate PDF, as you simply need to add more records and hit ready to generate, and the file will automatically be created right over here. So that's it for the demonstration. If you still have questions, use this chat bubble at the bottom of the page and send me any questions on this, or else you can use the contact section at the bottom of the page to send me an email. I will also be able to provide you a demo session on this particular tool, which you can use by clicking on book demo.